You're listening to the Profit Connections podcast. Entrepreneurs and franchise owners, you'll want to tune in. If you're looking to create a rock-solid business, sick of being stuck on the plateau, and ready to kick it up more than just a notch, you're in the right place. I'm your host, Sharon Galluzzo, and I believe in unleashing your full potential to create resilient, successful businesses that in turn make significant positive impacts in our world. Welcome to the Profit Connections podcast. Profit doesn't happen by chance, it happens by design. Let's dig in. Today's topic is a very timely one. It is one that a lot of people are struggling with right now, and that is there is so much noise in the marketplace that they struggle with visibility, that coaches and creatives and entrepreneurs and founders are out there doing the things they're supposed to be doing, and yet it's not giving them the result back that they think they should be getting. I was talking to someone the other day and she was telling me that she's posting constantly. She's on every platform. She's consuming content about the visibility. She is tweaking everything. And despite everything that she's doing, all the work, all the showing up, all the stuff that she's doing, it is not actually translating into more business for her. It's not reaching the people that it needs to reach. And she's not getting the result that she wants from it. And here's where it broke my heart, because I'm looking at this powerful woman who is absolutely a gem. She knows what she's doing. She's very talented. And I see that she's frustrated. She's overwhelmed. She is confused. And worst of all, she's starting to doubt herself. She's second guessing her mission. And she is starting to say, maybe I'm not the right person. Is the problem me? And that broke my heart, because you know my mission. It is that I want to unleash the full potential of founders and entrepreneurs, creators and coaches to have a valid, successful, viable, vibrant business that in turn makes a positive impact in our world. And all of these mission-driven people who are out here trying to make a difference, and they can't because there's just so much noise and they don't know what to do, and they're frustrated and they're overwhelmed. And what she said to me next is what I hear all the time. I think I just need more visibility. Oh, how we chase the tiger. We grab him by the tail and we won't let go, right? We are listening to pieces and parts of things that experts have deconstructed for us. And then when we reach for that one piece because we think, this is it. This is the one that's going to make the difference. I know this is the one. And so they do that. And yet they're still not creating any traction. They're still not getting where they're trying to go. And then they find another bright star and they pull it out of the sky and they smoosh it into their business. And that's not the answer either. Because the problem isn't the visibility. The problem isn't the little pieces that we're picking and choosing, because that's where our eye goes to say, oh, here is the problem. The problem is actually not visibility, because visibility just amplifies what's already there. I worked with a speaking coach. His name is Jay Souter. And he would tell us that when you step on stage, whatever is going on for you, whatever is inside, whatever you believe to be true about yourself, about your message, when you step on stage, all of those truths are amplified. And it doesn't matter what you say. It's however you're showing up, that's what's going to be amplified. The same is true for your business. Whatever is going on in your business becomes amplified when you become visible. And that is where the cracks begin to be seen, where the gaps show themselves, and where the weaknesses let you fall through the floor. So when you get visible, what becomes clear, apparent, and really, really strong, especially when I'm looking at businesses, I can see it really clearly, is that your foundation isn't complete. You have not built a business that can withstand that. So all of the cracks and all of the things are coming up in the little stars that you're grabbing for, because those are the things that need to be fixed in the foundation of your business. Because if your foundation of your business is off, your visibility doesn't stand a chance. It doesn't fix it, it just amplifies it. So, whenever we are looking at visibility for our business, we need to remember that there is a piece before we step out on the stage, on the social media, before we step out into the greater arena. We need to be aware of what's going on in our business. So whenever I work with my clients, they come in and they are overwhelmed and they're frustrated and they have inconsistent messaging and they're just talking to everyone. I want to stop right there for a second. Please stop talking to everyone. Everyone with skin, everyone who drives a car, everyone who, when we talk to everyone, we actually talk to no one. Because what you really want your visibility messaging to do is have someone go, oh, that's me. They see me. They can help me. So when you're speaking to everyone and you're spraying and praying, they can't see themselves in that message. They can't see themselves in that confusion, because whenever you are trying to sell something, I know you've heard this, a confused mind doesn't buy. Well, here is the truth. A confused mind doesn't sell either. If you are confused, if you are talking to everyone, if you're creating more content instead of refining your message, if you are engaging without conversation, if you have inconsistent revenue, if all of these things are going on in your business, it's because you are still confused about what you're offering. Maybe you're a little bit insecure. Maybe there's a little piece of doubt. Maybe there's just like it's stuff's not working. How many times you get, if it would just work, oh my gosh, if it would just work, right? So when we're in all of that, we can't move forward, because that's all of the cracks in the foundation that are coming up, all the gaps, all the weaknesses, they're coming and tripping us up. So what we want to get to, where we need to be, that where we're going to get whenever we are clear on our business, and we have a business that's built for profit, we have a business that is built by design, when we have a solid foundation, then we are working in a clear, confident, grounded messaging system. We have intentional messaging. We are not just saying this thing today, but when we open our mouth, we have an intention, a goal, we want to take them somewhere. Sometimes people just go, and I've done this too, because this is fun for me sometimes, to just open up Facebook and go, blah, 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 or do a live video and just talk about what my shoes look like today. That's great. That's fun. That's your personality coming out. Those things are fine. But those things are not generally going to be the things that educate your public on what it is you do and how you can solve their problem and how you're the one to do it. So we need to get to that place where we have refined our positioning, that we have strengthened our offers. We are more aligned with our clients, and we have ease in visibility. And so all of those pieces come together when we actually build our business with purpose, when we build it by design. So whenever you are, like, I've used this term many, many times just now, and that is the gap, the visibility gap. And it is a thing that I see a lot with business owners. And so I created a tool called the Visibility Gap Audit, where you can go through the audit and figure out, where are you Where are those cracks showing up? Where are the weaknesses showing up? Where are those gaps holding you back? And how are you amplifying that whenever you're trying to get out and get visible? So it is not about the effort that you're putting in. When you're running your business, if you are pushing and pushing and pushing and you don't make any money unless you're pushing and pushing, that is not a business that's been designed well. It's not built to sustain you. You need a business that is built to pay you, a business that is built to sustain you, and a business that attracts and converts clients. That's how you need to build your business. So I created this audit that can help you identify where are those gaps, what's going on in your business. Most people are trying to fix the behavior, and the real issue actually is the structure of your business. So I had a client who would explain what she did in 5 different ways. Every time I asked her what she did, her answer was different. She was still working out her messaging. She wasn't clear on who she was trying to reach. And so when she's telling her story, she's constantly revising it in her head as she goes, because, well, maybe you want to hear this, or maybe they want to hear that, or I have to tell all the pieces of the story every single time because I want to reach everyone. Much, much, much more powerful positioning is pick one, tell that story. Tell that story about how I worked with a business owner who was in business for 13 years, who was brilliant at what she did, who had thought she figured out every avenue of her business. And yet, 13 years later, she was not paying herself. That's a very pointed story. That is a story about one problem. She was not paying herself. When we worked together, of course, we worked on her whole business. But that one piece of that one piece was the piece that made her call me and say, I want to talk to you. If I was just saying, I can do anything for everybody, whatever you need in your business, that's what we'll work on. It sounds nice. It's what, it's what we think that we are saying. Clearly, we're saying anything. We'll make it work for you. We think that's so generous. Yet, whenever you say whatever you can do, the people go, well, I don't know what I'm actually paying for. I don't know what you're going to do or how you're going to help me. I don't know if that's the direction I want to go. So you got to get really, really clear with your messaging. And when you get really clear with your messaging, that takes you to that this is for me moment. That moment when someone goes, oh, she sees me. That's my problem. That's what I want to fix in my world. So that's the place you need to get to in your business creation, where you have a foundation that supports all of the things that you're doing so that you can get that visibility, that communication, that messaging to be clear. And it all starts with you. It doesn't start with them, although we think it does. And it doesn't start with what you do. It starts with how you build your business. And then when you're speaking to them, what are they looking for? What problems do they have to have solved that you can solve for them? And how can they see themselves in your messaging? So, I want to offer, I've talked about the lead magnet a little bit. I've talked about my free gift. And it is the Visibility Gap Audit. It's a really simple audit. You go through and answer the questions, add up the numbers, and we'll give you an evaluation of where your visibility is getting held up. Where is the gap in your visibility, and how you can move forward on fixing that. So I will actually have that visibility gap audit in our portal. That is the Profit Connectors portal, profitconnectors.club, because you're the connector, so you're the connectors. Profitconnectors.club is the website. You go in, it's free to join. You just go in. All of the gifts will be in there. Today's Visibility Gap will be in there. And all of the gifts from all of our speakers, ways to connect with the speakers, bios from everyone who's been on the podcast, and also all of the episodes. So it's a really great place to go and get everything really easily. So that is the profitconnectors.club site. And you can go there to get all of the free gifts and especially the Visibility Gap. And go ahead, take that. Let's see what's going on in your business and how you need to move forward in filling in those gaps, strengthening the weaknesses, and sealing the cracks. When you are out there, when you are building your business, when you are being who you are out in the world, making the difference that you're making, remember to build with confidence and lead with clarity. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you next time. Hey, Profit Connectors, that's it for another Profit Connections podcast. If you're ready to make moves and connections that take your business to the next level and get your gifts and resources, head over to the website profitconnectors.club. That's profitconnectors.club and get your goodies right now.